Diddy and Kanye talk. Diddy and Kanye talk. There's a lot going on with John Doe, and Buzbee needs to do what he has to do for his client. Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Lillian Coley, and this is Keeping It Real with Dr. Lil. Hello, 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 everybody. It's so good to be here. I have been trying to get my all this stuff to work properly. And guess what? I'm going it finally looked like it might have did it. I don't know. Well, we're going to check it out now and see if there's another live. If my screen would come back and let me do what I need to do. And we'll see whether or not we have our next thing with Keeping It Real with Dr. Lil. So today we wanted to talk about a little bit with regarding the things that are going on with Kanye and Diddy and the conversation they had. And it looks like to me that it's two people that need help, two people that want to talk to each other, two people that kind of need each other. So today we wanted to just see what's going on with that. We also wanted to talk about the John Doe. There's a John Doe out there, everybody. And we're looking for him to be revealed so that we could have more information, because information always brings about revelation. So the first one we want to talk about is Ticket TV. Ticket TV is one of the famous podcasters on YouTube. And basically, in a nutshell, he brings it, right? So we're trying to basically, in some regards, trying to just have the right information. That's what I want to try to say. Have the right information so that we can educate ourselves. And I guess I'm going a little crazy here because we had all these problems today trying to get this thing to work. So now I guess I'm excited that it's working. But it's not. One of the things about life, everybody, is you can't give up. When something goes on and things start breaking and making problems for you, you might want to keep at it. So here's what I'm trying to do now is keep at what we're trying to do, because I want to keep at what we need to try to do. But this is Dr. Lillian Coley, and this is Keeping It Real with Dr. Lil. And the whole purpose of coming on here, for me anyway, is to educate myself as well as helping to educate other people. For me, and my godson, as some of you don't know, Ramir Sadaway, we have been a part of a case and all this stuff in the court as well. And we know what it feels like to be in what you might call drama. Nonetheless, we, in some regards, want to come back and help other people because we think that that's beneficial for us as well as you to be able to get information from people who've been there already and have suffered certain circumstances and situations. So I wanted to play Ticket TV because it looked like that with Kanye and Diddy, two men that are in need, looking for help from different sources and so forth and so on. And then you have John Doe, who's a part of somebody waiting in the wing to get justice. Then you have attorney Buzbee, who's an advocate, and he's trying to promote the advocacy of somebody's rights. So you have a lot of different things that are happening out there. And sometimes you might find yourself in one of them. We did, and it wasn't good. So some of the stuff I want to talk about tonight is also, for the public, but it's also for myself and those around me to educate ourselves and to help empower ourselves so that we feel like, I guess there's hope in our community and hope around us to make this world a better place. So that's what I want to do. That's what I want to say. That's what I want to do. So I want to go and try to see if this is going to let me do what I need, because I'm telling you, it's been challenging today. But I'm not complaining, everybody. I'm just explaining, and I'm just going to see if this is going to take me to the right place. And I believe it is. And then I'm going to go and do what I got to do there. So let's see where we are. Let's go back to our Zoom. There's probably too many windows open. That might be part of the problem here. But nonetheless, I want to play Ticket TV, share that screen with you guys, but I got to populate it. For some reason, okay, here it is. It's right in front of me. Here it is. So we want to just bring it in and just play it so you can hear and see and hear what we see and hear. And we could talk about it on the other side. So I'm going to, I think I hit it there. Now I want that one. And let's just do it, everybody. All right, let's see.
Man, based off all this evidence I seen, ain't no way I can let this nigga go. Evidence, not for your eyes, but for the eyes. Your eyes will see it when the trial start. What the hell is wrong with these people, man? People don't understand, and they're gonna get their ass whipped on the first day of court. Cause y'all going on. I tell you, I want people to elevate their minds and the way they think. But they don't. They want to live in stupidity, foolishness, and buffoonery. And that is what's destroying our community. People's mindsets. You got people out here really thinking Diddy gonna walk free. These niggas is stupid and stuck on it. You think the feds out here wasting their time on this, and they got more stuff coming. They think because the feds keep dropping more stuff. No, the feds is, let me tell y'all something, man. The feds work like G's, man. The reason why the feds ain't dropped everything on Diddy yet is they want to hit this nigga by the element of surprise. So when the feds hit this nigga with more indictments closer to his trial, it's gonna jam this nigga all the way up. Cause now he ain't even gonna have enough time to respond to all this evidence because he pushed for a quick trial. So that's why the feds are smart and say, oh, well, we're continuously investigating. Meanwhile, the feds probably already got half of this evidence already. They just gonna act like they ain't come upon it until close to the trial. And like a faucet, start leaking this stuff closer to the trial, to the courts. Oh yeah, we got another indictment right here. Another indictment, another witness, another victim, another indictment. But people don't use their brains. They sitting on YouTube thinking, and they sitting on social media thinking that all they got is this Cassie tape. No. They got 20 TBs. They've already showed y'all that in the pretrial hearings. Use your brains. They've obviously got medical records. That's why Diddy lawyers want to have their expert look over those medical records. Then what do they have? Video footage, 20 TBs of video footage. Then what do they have? Witnesses. You know, if they got witnesses, they got paperwork, paper trail. What's wrong with these people? People are stuck on stupid. And when they come out in a trial, they gonna look like damn fools and have to come on YouTube and say, man, I ain't know they had all that, man. Cause see, man, this nigga Diddy, the whole time, nigga Ticket up here trying to tell you niggas, y'all on YouTube listening to niggas that look like Mr. Bookman. I'm keeping it 100 with y'all. Now, so Diddy did the dumbest thing a man could do. Kanye West is running around here acting like a whole fool. Kanye West been pushing this whole narrative. Everybody pretty much in the industry don't separate themselves from Kanye West because of the foolishness this fool been pushing. Meanwhile, remember Kanye West got allegations against him too. He got lawsuits out against him too. His just ain't been spoken about like Diddy's been spoken about. Right? Go look at them lawsuits Kanye got against him. He got accusations against him too. They just ain't been pushing it like that. But Diddy, Kanye, now he don't came out here after he said Diddy was the feds. Now he don't came out here. Diddy don't mistakenly, and Diddy's trying to get a fair jury pool. When Kanye West out here tweeting this stuff and saying this stuff, he's saying every day. That's offending all those people that Kanye West going at. And you're Diddy, you trying to get a fair jury pool, but you come out here and link up with Kanye West right now? Shit, man. Bro, if you thought it was any other people, once they find out, oh, he linked up with Kanye, oh, shit. Whatever else he had, it's out of here. Now, I want y'all to listen to what Diddy said, because he speaks now. He out here amping up Kanye West. And he says Diddy will get out. Yeah, he gonna get out his cell in the Metropolitan and take his ass to a full max penitentiary, nigga. That's exactly where he gonna get out and go to. For you saying he gonna get out? Now wait for it, dog. Wait for it. Because you gonna see. Wait for it. All you little buck dancers gonna learn on YouTube today.
Tell you the real from the front line. You know what I'm saying? It's wicked, wicked, wicked. So you be careful. Yeah. We can't do nothing today. You know what I'm saying? I need you out there, you feel me? Yeah. I hear you. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. That has to time for me to just grab the mic and get back on. It's like I love music again.
So, hold on, we're gonna go on from this. But y'all hear this foolishness? Crazy as hell.
There was a time when it's just like everything was so frustrating. I can't explain it. Jump into your bag, man. Jump into your bag. We're gonna have years and decades to fight these motherfuckers. Right now, enjoy your life. It's just coming from God to you. Right. Enjoy your life. Fall back in love, like when you was making the beats in the shop. You're coming up to Daddy's house and rock studio and just chop them shits up. Bring that SP 1200 out, nigga, the MPC. Nigga, have a good time and say the world and all the bullshit, man. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man. So I love you, man. I appreciate you. And thanks again. And I'm gonna see you soon, man. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's how it's gonna be. You gonna definitely beat this shit. Yeah. And that's it. That's it. And that's all, baby. But I'm gonna make sure I call you.
What y'all thinking? You're thinking what I'm thinking? That there sounds like two distressed people. We know that there's problems on both ends with circumstances that are going on in their lives. But the real reason I played it was, do you think that Diddy should never have talked in the first place? And then also Kanye had also, if y'all don't know, he offered to help my godson Ramir. Do you think that some of this that's going on is because he feels like he's being rejected by Jay-Z and other people? Now, obviously, you can't be talking about nobody's children because that's just a no-no. And I guess you feel like you got to go hard and deep in order to get somebody's attention. That's probably not the way you want to do it. Leave the kids alone. Nonetheless, I thought it was interesting how he went to get to Diddy to talk to somebody who's definitely distressed. And I wanted to talk about the little psychology of it, but I'm not going to go too deep. But, stressed people go for stressed people, other people that have similar hurts and want to work with that person so they can make it better for both of them. That's how communities work. Nonetheless, what do you think about Diddy? Do you think that he should be talking and calling people? Because I know he's got a certain phone list he's supposed to be talking to people on or with or whomever, or certain people, I should say. And he does what he wants. But the whole moral to it is when people are in need. It's what I'm trying to get at, everybody. It's been a struggle today, but I'm going to fight for what I want to fight for. When people are in need for problems and circumstances and situations, they gravitate to other people, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. So we see now that Kanye is going through what he's gone through. We got to pray for Kanye because Kanye West, and I'm just going to say it, everybody, I loved his mother. It was something about the relationship he had with his mother. There's something about his mother's smile just made your heart so warm. And I remember the first time I saw her was on Oprah show when he sung his song about mama. So I know there's probably a lot going on with him not having somebody to go to, and he was hoping that somebody in the community would help him in spite of what they feel about him. But I just wanted to make the point, everybody, that people will go after whoever is going to listen. And this is the same way, unfortunately, some of the circumstances that me and my godson went through. We went through stressful stuff in the court, dealing with bad attorneys and bad clients, people who wanted to break, bend, and destroy the law. Nonetheless, sometimes in those cases, when you're under certain circumstances, you'll go to whoever gonna listen. That's the point. So there's some other stuff that's going on with the Kanye West situation, but I wanted to get your information on it or your feedback, because I like feedback from folk and I like to hear what the community has to say. Because again, distressed people, or they say hurting people hurt people, go to people who are hurt like them and they be hurt together. Or you can try to work together and find a way. It sounds like Kanye was trying to find some kind of solitude in Diddy to say, look, I'm here for you. Because sometimes when people are going through stuff, even though you might not agree with everything, they need people. They need you. They need the friends they're supposed to have, or you need the family to step up, or whatever the case may be. regardless to what you think. It's about what's going on in their lives at the moment. Because if it's always about the way people act, we're not going to never go too far with nobody, quite frankly. All right, so that's that, y'all. I don't want to go too far with that, but it was a lot going on, and I just wanted to talk about that. It's been a lot trying to get this thing working too, y'all. At the end of the day, I'm gonna stop complaining. I'm just explaining. And I wanted to go to the next video. The next video is dealing with another young lady that I love to listen to. Her name is Kadisha Lynn. She had did a article, if you will, or a piece on Diddy regarding the victims. So she did, and she does a great job in collecting the information and just nailing it to where it needs to be so that you can and I can better understand it. So I want to share what she's talking about as well, and then we'll talk about that as well, because now you have victims. Now, some people are victims for different reasons in different places. Nonetheless, she is a victim. Let's see what Odell's talking about. Yes. So you're live on my show right now because I'm live. What's going on with James Coley?
Well, tomorrow is our brother Kurt Coley's birthday.
I know. I said happy birthday to him today.
Okay, then I'm gonna do the same thing now then.
Where are you at home?
Yeah, I'm just laying there and watching TV.
Oh, praise the Lord. So we're on live right now. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hello everybody, how y'all doing? God bless.
And then I'll call you back. You know I'm always working throughout the day. I get it in. I get it in.
All right.
All right, love you. I'll call you back.
Okay.
Bye-bye. All right, so that I always try to pick up the phone when people need to hear me, and I need to hear them to make sure they're okay. So my whole point, everybody, is that there's victims out there. And I always say I'm not a victim, I'm a victor, but I've been through some kind of stuff that make me feel like I was a victim and I did something about it. So here, Kadisha Lynn is talking about the victims of Diddy and how they're going to testify against him during the trial. So we're hoping that this is therapeutic for them. People not doing it for vengeful because obviously they've been victimized. They have a right to say something. And now it's their time to talk. So here we go, everybody. Listen up on another famous podcaster.
To have victims testifying against him in his criminal trial over his past criminal conduct. And honestly, this is some really big news that we are learning in Diddy's criminal trial, so we're about to go over exactly what it means right now. The judge in Diddy's criminal case just told the government that they need to get ready to give the names of individuals that want to testify against Diddy over his past criminal conduct and bad acts. And this is done in a 404B letter and also the 413 notice. And we are about to get into exactly what all of this is. The government is saying that they have 404B evidence against Diddy, which is witnesses and victims also wanting to testify against Diddy for prior criminal conduct or prior bad acts that he may or may have not ever been held responsible for. Generally, this type of thing is admissible to prove a person's character to commit a crime, but it can be admitted for the purpose like proving motive, opportunity, intent, preparation, planning, knowledge, identity, or absence of a mistake. And the way that this is wrote out, it seems like some of these witnesses or victims' testimonies are going to have to do with Rule 413, which is similar crimes in SA cases. In a criminal case in which a defendant is accused of SA, the court may admit evidence that the defendant had committed any other SA acts. The evidence may be considered on any other matter to which is relevant. It seems like the government is about to bring in witnesses and alleged victims from other SA acts to testify on the stand of Diddy's alleged prior bad actions dealing with SA. And to use this type of evidence in a trial, the prosecutor has to disclose this to the defendant, including the witness statements or a summary of the expected testimony, which we know is what they are talking about right now that they just had to hand over to Diddy. Now, the judge also said that any potential Rule 412 motions must be made by March 28th of 2025. Rule 412 that the judge is talking about prohibits the use of the following evidence that is not admissible in civil or criminal proceedings involving alleged SA misconduct. This Rule 412 doesn't allow evidence being offered to prove that a victim engaged in other physical behaviors. And it also stops evidence offered to prove a victim's pre-deposition. Basically, you can't use a victim's past physical relations against them. So what this means, in Diddy's trial, the government is getting ready to use other witnesses and alleged victims that are going to give testimony against Diddy for alleged prior bad acts that they went through that has nothing to do with this criminal case. So the government has also added this type of evidence to Diddy's criminal trial, where they're going to try to have these witnesses or alleged victims' testimonies as well to try to show intent or motive. I am very curious who these people are about to be that are about to testify against Diddy for prior bad acts and also SA, but they are not involved in this criminal case. They are basically just going to try to prove motive for the federal government. This is some crazy information to be learning, and we keep learning more and more information as we're getting closer to Diddy's trial. I'm really curious about who all we're going to hear from. The Fed said at the beginning of this, they interviewed like 300 witnesses already against Diddy. Now, the Feds just recently said that they believe it's going to take them about 6 weeks to lay out Diddy's whole entire case, and Diddy is saying it's only going to take him about 2 weeks to do it for his side. But now that we're learning that other alleged victims that are saying something happened to them with Diddy are coming forward and giving their testimony, which have nothing to do with this criminal case as a whole, is absolutely wild. But y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
All right.
Here's
So
a
she's
30-second
really good.
bedtime ritual you can
Always
do
like
to awaken your
looking at her and listening to her because she gives you good information. So it's just a good thing to have people that investigate and do all kinds of stuff like that, because you kind of got to put it together yourself with A and B and whoever you're talking about. So we looked at Ticket TV, we looked at Diddy and how Kanye, Kanye had some words about people's family and children, blah, blah, blah. We already said that's never going to be good, y'all. And we said, why would somebody kind of want to go that direction? Because they feel abandoned, they feel the way they feel, even though we don't say that's just an excuse. But nonetheless, hurting people want to reach out and get help, either hurt somebody else or get help. And he kind of probably looked like he did both. Now, y'all know that Kanye was going to be, and still is probably going to be, helping my godson. He said he was going to be testifying for him. Nonetheless, I know that just thinking about his mother and the roots and the things and the closeness they had, sometimes when you go through this roller coaster of life, it can be challenging. And I'm hoping that him and Kim Kardashian can get the situation with their children resolved. That's very important because they're in the public eye. You don't want your children to do anything to hurt themselves or whatever, directly or indirectly, because of all this stuff that's going on around them. So nonetheless, I just wanted to come talk about here. And then, of course, we did this Khadijah Lynn on the witnesses. And the whole point of this, Keeping It Real with Dr. Lil, was to try to embrace the part about people talking and getting what they need out. And one of the things I'll show next time, but I'll talk about this time, is Attorney Buzbee, who said in one of his Twitter feeds that people came when he was going through this whole debacle, and still is, with Jay-Z and his attorneys. He said his attorneys apparently came to Texas and went to the police station to try to get them to do criminal reports against him. And that didn't work. Now, I know what that's like too, because we've had to, not so much to try and put criminal cases against me or my godson, but I was trying to do it against other people who actually did crimes. So you see a lot of similarities in people's moves and how they move. And it ain't nowhere near legal, and it definitely ain't kosher. But I want you to think about what you need to think about for the community, what's going on with the community, and how we can speak good words We can say prayers. We can have good thoughts. We can run for office and do something to help empower the community. That's what this is all about. So whatever you got to do, prayer, good thoughts, run for office, I hope you do it because we need it. We need people to do it. I was going to say people, places, and things. We need it all. So this is Keeping It Real with Dr. Lil. I'm just happy to be here. I'm glad I finally got this thing working. I figured out what's going on a little bit with it. And I'm thank you for your patience for those who are out there as I'm still trying to navigate this whole podcasting world to inform you, empower you, and to help me, help myself, and help other people. Because this is therapeutic for me to talk about it, to talk about other people who have went through similar stuff and which I have been through, and my godson Ramir Sadaway, and how we're going through this journey of life, and also in our case the legal system as it relates to different things similar to Diddy and with the Jay-Z drama, Jane and John Doe. I do want to say we're hoping that the John Doe gets revealed soon. We know there's been some talk about it, and when nobody knows who it is. But again, you want justice for the victims. This is not about smashing nobody and put nobody down. But it does seem like what goes around really does come around, if it's true. So we have to just be mindful of that about what we do, because what we do can say a lot. There's some people in the news I'm not going to talk about now that there's stuff they did years ago, and maybe might have did recent, but definitely years ago. It's catching up with them. So be encouraged, everybody. Stay focused as we continue to walk the walk of faith together and empower each other in your community in which you live. Do what you got to do to help make it better. And hopefully we'll all see each other on the other side. The other side is a good side, they said, than where we are now. But while we're here, we're going to do our best to make it all that it needs to be by making sure the Constitution is not crumbled and corroded, and that our communities are strong, our children are strong, we are strong, and that we have what we need, good information and right information to help uphold the country in which we live. Thank you all so much. This is Dr. Lily M. Coley, and I'm going to be signing out on Keeping It Real with Dr.